So, what are we gonna do tonight, O.C.G?
Why, same thing we try to do every night, Belgium. Take over the world. I mean, Twitch. Take over Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for Dragon Quest XI S. Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. So, Dragon Quest XI, originally released in 2017. Well, I was too busy in 2017 building my own robot death machine, so sadly did not have time to review the game. Well, here we are in 2020. Zombies walk the streets, and Dragon Quest XI S. Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition has now released. And since I don't have any nefarious plots in planning, I have decided that now is the time to review this game. Is it good, or is it bollocks? Well, I'm about to tell you. So, what is Dragon Quest XI? Blah 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 blah. I'm so glad you asked, dear viewer. Dragon Quest XI is an RPG. RPG means role-playing game. But I'm going to assume you already knew that. And if you didn't, well, shouldn't you be getting back to your tower, little hunchback? You know, I do enjoy a good old RPG. My wife and I like to play one where I am a very well-endowed musketeer, and she is a... well, after all, but that is a completely different kind of role-playing game. So, in this game we play as the hero. That's it, just the hero. But have no fear, dear viewer, for you can name your character. So, naturally, I gave my hero the most dignified, heroic name that I could think of. Chicken Flaps. Like Link from Zelda fame, Chicken Flaps here is a mute. Obviously, these heroes must not waste their lips on words, but rather on kissing maidens, princesses, and frogs. Maybe not that last one. But Chicken Flaps here is no ordinary hero. He is the Luminary, also known as the Chosen One, also known as the One and Only, also known as Badass Mother Humper. So, Chicken Flaps and his companions are thrown into a quest to save the world from the Dark One. So far, so JRPG. Oh, JRPG, by the way, means Japanese role-playing game. But I'm going to assume you already knew that, and if you didn't, well, just imagine a party made up of girls who look underage, but aren't, with high squeaky voices and massive breasts. Male heroes with long hair and an abundance of eyeliner, and usually an older, perverted gentleman who tags along with the party to eye up said underage, but not really underage, squeaky-voiced, big-breasted girls. We meet all of them as a sugary sweet pop song plays in the background. So, You understand what a JRPG is now? Good. Also, you'll be glad to hear that one of Dragon Quest XI's strengths is its cast of characters. Yes, there are more colourful characters in this game than you would find in a brothel-themed colouring book. Now, this definitive edition of the game gives you the option to listen to an orchestral version of the soundtrack, or to stick with the original synthesized version, which was included with the 2017 version. Now, the difference between listening to orchestral or synthesized is rather like the difference between listening to a toilet flush in the 1980s or to a John Williams soundtrack at the Royal Albert Hall. The decision, of course, is yours. You can also play the game in 16-bit mode. Now, for the millennials among you who don't know what a 16-bit is, it basically means you take the game, slather it in 1990s bad fashion and cans of Pepsi, and voila! You have a game worthy of the Super Nintendo or the Mega Drive. That's Sega Genesis for you bloody foreigners. Why would you possibly want to take a perfectly good-looking game and make it look like something you'd find in Vanilla Ice's bedroom is beyond me. But what do I know? Retro gamers are weird people. Inbred, too. Or so I hear. Now, something has just come to mind, and I simply must tell you about it. There's something misleading about RPG titles, I find. Take this one, Dragon Quest. But the game has absolutely nothing to do with a dragon. Or perhaps Final Fantasy. How on earth can it be the final one if you keep bloody making them? The last story! It most certainly was not the last story. There have been many stories told since then. Lost Odyssey! It's not bloody lost. I have played it many times. I'd say it's more Found Odyssey than Lost Odyssey. I could go on. And I shall. The Witcher. Well, there's more than one. So it should be The Witchers. Alpha Protocol. Well, I actually like that game. I want a remaster of that game. No, I demand it. Come on, Sega. Stop fondling Sonic's rings and give me a remaster of Alpha Protocol. Moving on. So, what did I think of Dragon Quest XI after playing it for almost 80 hours? That's right, 80 hours. Not 79 hours, not 81 hours, 80 hours. I had only one real issue with the game. Late game, after a particularly catastrophic event, the story grinds to a halt for about 10 to 15 hours. When I first played the game back in 2017, it was boring. This time, I wanted to pay a commoner to play through that section on my behalf. But then I remembered that I hate commoners and would rather cut my tongue out again than let them have any of my money, let alone play this game. Also, said catastrophic event is nearly identical to a plot twist from Final Fantasy VI, which I would not dare to spoil. But you know what they say, he who dares wins. So basically, in Final Fantasy VI, the villain, Kefka, becomes a god and destroys the world. But I won't spoil any more than that. No, sir.
It's so fascinating.
The heroes still win in the end. Moving swiftly on. The main problem with this particular section in the game is it makes you recruit the comrades you had for the first half of the game again, and forces you to partake in what can only be described as side quests that have little to nothing to do with the main story. But apart from that, this is a very good JRPG and comes highly recommended by yours truly. What do you mean, who am I?
After all,
Therefore, I am going to give Dragon Quest XI blah diddy blah dee blah an 8.5. 0.5 out of 10. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My review for Dragon Quest XI blah dee blah dee blah dee blah. If you enjoyed this review, feel free to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the review so much, well then, feel free to give me the middle finger. Please feel free to leave some abuse for me in my comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. How else are you going to know when I upload my beloved videos? Perhaps consider visiting my Twitch as well. I'm often on there playing something. Anyway, remember the most important thing though, ladies and gentlemen. Stay obsessed with gaming. Yes.
Damn you, Jasper. How did you find us?